Okay, let's talk more about the budget resolution that was proposed by House Republicans. And it's pretty much the same deal for Senate Republicans, too, because what they're both proposing is essentially the same stuff, just the way that it's being implemented is a little bit different. It's, I have some news for you. They lied. All right, you remember how they said no taxes on tips, no taxes on overtime. That was a big thing Trump ran on. Kamala ran on it too, by the way. So don't just act like it was some Trump thing. Um, yeah. And then this bill passed. A lot of prominent Republicans say that it was in it. And as we're about to find out here, it wasn't. Conservative social media influencers and Republican lawmakers claim that GOP-led House passed a bill February 25th, 2025 that eliminated taxes on tips and overtime pay, delivering on one of U.S. President Donald Trump's campaign promises. This is false. The budget resolution, subject to an agreement with the Senate, outlines a blueprint for taxation and spending with further legislation required for specific policies. No taxes on tips or overtime just passed. Promises made, promises kept. Conservative American actor Kevin Sorbo, who has previously spread information, said in a February 25th post on X, at least two Republican lawmakers who both voted for the resolution joined in on the victory lap. No tax on tips has passed the House. Promises made, promises kept. That's how MAGA works, said Congressman Lauren Boebert. Oh, God. Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna added in a since deleted post, congratulations, America. Tonight we finally put an end to tax on tips and tax on overtime. That's funny. and you can see the tweets here. Congratulations, America. Tonight we finally put an end to tax on tips and tax on overtime. We will also pass tax relief for seniors, tax breaks for products made in America, and a budget resolution to, was that, neutralize the deficit? You freaking idiot. Yeah, you're gonna you the bill you just passed was like $4.5 trillion, and you had to request a budget ceiling increase. Just shut up about this deficit hawking. You obviously do not care about it. As Republicans in Congress, it is our responsibility to deliver on President Trump's mandate of making America great for everyone. And that's exactly what we're doing. We have the votes. It will pass. You're not making America great for everyone. You're making America great for the wealthy. I hate to break it to you. Similar posts spread across X and other platforms such as Instagram, amplified by Donald Trump Jr. and other prominent conservative accounts. Some posts took aim at Democrats who opposed the measure, claiming that the entire party had voted against weeding out taxes on tips and overtime. Are you kidding me? Eliminating taxes on these two income streams was a major campaign promise for Trump, who pledged to do so as soon as he entered office. The post shared online could leave the impression that the goal was achieved and that income gained from tips or overtime pay is no longer reportable to the IRS. But the budget resolution that passed the House on February 25th did not change tax law. Nowhere in this measure, which passed by a 217 to 215 vote, with one Republican siding with 214 Democrats and voting against. And that was, I think that was Thomas Massey or whatever. Don't quote me on that. I just think it was him because they didn't cut enough. That's why he voted against it, by the way. Let's be clear. Republicans haven't changed the law yet, said Joshua Hooder, a senior fellow at Georgetown University's Government Affairs Institute who specializes in Congress, the legislative process, and federal budget processes. A budget resolution, according to... So, we don't need to read what a budget resolution... yeah, none of this is really important. Basically, TLDR, there is still chance for this to be negotiated within the Senate. While that there's still a lot of negotiations to happen, hence why they're trying to pass a continued resolution in the House to extend the deadline, essentially, because there's a lot of talks, and hey, it might make it in there, but I guess we'll see. And then there's one more thing. Yeah, okay, so lawmakers have separately introduced several bills that would end taxes on tips, such as the No Tax on Tips Act. So yeah, at least one Republican did propose it, Buchanan from Florida, and that was on the 16th, and there's been no movement on it. None at all. If this was such an important thing, such a big deal, and to the point where a lot of you are already bragging about it, including the president's own freaking son, like, it's not in there, and you've shown no urgency to get it in there. But yeah, you're just going to try to pretend it's in there. Insane. Let's read from ChatGPT. I just want to make sure, did the recent House budget bill that passed include removal of tax on tips and overtime? The recent House budget resolution passed on February 25th, 2025 did not include any provisions to eliminate federal taxes on tips and overtime pay. The resolution serves as a framework to guide future legislation on taxation and spending, but does not itself alter existing tax laws. President Trump has proposed eliminating federal taxes. Yeah, not just his promise. And as I did talk about, the budget resolution's passage is a preliminary step, setting the stage for detailed legislative processes. Specific tax law changes, such as removing taxes on tips and overtime, would need to be drafted into separate bills passed by both House and Senate, then signed into law by the president. As of now, no such legislation has been enacted. So yeah, any Republicans out there saying, yeah, we got your no taxes on tips and overtime passed through, they're lying. And as we just went through, there was a lot of prominent Republicans saying so. And one of them was Donald Trump Jr. Just how they can brazenly lie and majority of times get away with it blows my mind, because it did mention the one person deleted their post, presumably because they got called out. A lot of people, unfortunately, are just going to read that once, and then it's just ingrained in their mind. Like, oh, yeah, they eliminated taxes on overtime and tips. But that's not the case. I don't know what the saying is or where it came from, but what is it? Like, lies can spread across the world, in an instant, and the truth wouldn't even have its boots on or something like that. I know I completely butchered that, but it's true. We live in a disinformation age, and I'm trying to do my part to fight against it, and that's why I try to show where I'm getting my information from. But anyways, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next one. If you made it to this point in the video, I just want to give a special thank you. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button down below. And if you really enjoyed it, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button while you're down there. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I will try to reply to any and all comments that I can. Until next time, watch that video on screen.